Let's go make some bass sounds. One of my secret weapons I use in, well, almost every track I've ever done is my deep utility bass. That's a bass sound you can use in all your tracks. That's why I named it utility bass. It's a sound that can really add low end to your bass parts without being really obvious in the mix, you know? It's just there to move the air a bit and give that pressure we're always looking for. And you'd be surprised how a sound like that can add weight to your tracks and make people wonder where all the pressure is coming from, and especially your fellow producers. So let's keep this between you and me. Keep it in the family. It's a very simple sound, but highly effective. I picked the analog. We're going to use that for this. And actually, the sawtooth wave is perfect for bass like this. I'll be using the filter later on to make it nice and deep. But first I want to pitch it down by an octave. Do that right over here. And it needs to be really tight, so I'll close the release time a fair amount. Bring up that sustain. Yeah, so it's very straightforward. The trick is, of course, to filter it down pretty low. First, let me route the oscillator to filter 1 all the way. I want the tightest low pass there is, so I'll pick a 24 dB low pass filter. You're gonna think I'm being a clown here, but really we're almost there. I'll use the resonance a bit to emphasize that frequency we set here. Okay, sounding good. Now, for the thick low end, I'm going to use the second oscillator. I'll route that to filter 2. And I'll pick a sine wave. I'm going to go to the amplifier, have a look at the envelope, because I'm going to give this roughly the same. So sustain all the way up, release nice and short. So yeah, that's it, I guess. This is a bass sound that you can add to your existing bass parts to give it that nice low end without being high up in the mix. So you use another bass sound for the melody and a sound like this for the weight and the pressure. This could use a little compression, of course. Let me drop one in, and also a little EQ after that. Because I'm actually going to roll off a bit of the lows here to make it nice and tight. Not too much, of course. If you'd listen closely to any track of mine, you'd see that I almost always use a sound just like this for the heavyweight bass parts to really move the air in the club. I'm not kidding, you'd be surprised at how effective this can be. So let's group them all together. And I'll save this as our utility bass. Next, we're going to make a nice analog sounding bass.